down now. Go.
Come in.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
Miss Owen. Pleasure to meet you. My name's Mariah Taliaferro.
Oh,
pleasure.
Mariah?
Yes,
All right, nice to
Taliaferro.
meet
It's
you.
kind of a complicated last
Okay.
name. For ADP, do you mind if I take a
Go
seat?
for it.
Thank you. I'm going to set some things down if that's all right.
Go
with
for it.
you.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet you this morning.
You too.
Here's my business card before we get started. Do you mind
Okay.
if I have one?
Yeah,
From
you
you?
do.
Perfect. And that has my personal cell phone number, so if you need to reach me at any time. Okay?
Awesome. Okay. Good to know.
I just want to compliment you. I am so impressed and taken back by your entrepreneurial spirit. It's something that I really admire. I'm looking to, potentially invest in other businesses, and I just really admire the fact that you took such a big risk. So
Thank you.
what kind of drove you to do that, I'm wondering?
Gosh, well, thanks so much. I mean, it's great to hear being so young and I have these 3 stores already. But it really started when I went to Italy and
Okay.
had a gelato, and I just had this epiphany, like, want to do this. The Atlanta market doesn't have it. And I just went with my intuition, and here we are.
It's great, and it's obviously incredibly successful, so congratulations.
Well,
and your
thank you.
gelato is incredible, by the way.
Thank you, that means so much.
But I'm really glad that we're able to meet. Is 20 minutes still okay with you?
Yeah, the only thing is Frank can't be here.
Okay.
I really need him here. I don't know if you want to reschedule.
Is he part of the decision process?
Yeah, he's kind of my right-hand man.
Okay, what part does he play exactly?
Well, he does all my work with potential franchising, getting all that in place.
Okay.
So
he's a big part of the decision process.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not here today from what I
no,
understand?
there was a gelato crisis that he had to tend to, so he's doing that.
That doesn't sound very good.
Yeah, no.
All right, well, what we'll do today is this will be a great consultation meeting. If you feel that, we really suit what it is you're looking for and can provide you a solution to any issues that you're having, I say let's continue forward with the process. And if you feel that Frank needs to be here, then we can always reschedule and do another consultation.
All right.
How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, my goal for today is to do just that, to learn more about your business and hear how, your company is running and any issues that you might have. And then together we can explore how ADP is going to provide you solutions to those issues. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Great. Perfect. So I would love to hear more about your company, but to start out with, you mentioned that Frank is part of the decision process. But as far as partnering with a company, what criteria are you looking for?
I really say trust.
Okay.
This is kind of my baby, and I want to make sure that I use an outside company that I really trust them. I can communicate, and they're going to do what they say they're going to do.
Absolutely. Okay. So you want somebody that's trustworthy, reliable.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Now, are there any events in the foreseen future that are going to kind of drive you to make a decision to implement a payroll system or kind of hinder you from one?
Yeah, well, this whole franchising thing, I have had so many calls for my gelato, in-state, out-of-state, so
Excellent.
just that process, that's why it's like, all right, I need to figure this out.
So those are looking to happen in the near future.
Yeah.
So you need to get a payroll system implemented soon?
Exactly.
Excellent. Well, we want to help you provide that. Now, as far as your employees, how many employees do you have right now?
We have a few salaried and mostly part-time, but around 60.
Around 60, but they're salary and part-time, so you have a mix of both?
Yeah, about 5 or 6 salary, I'd say.
Okay.
This is for Frank and my brother no more, but and then most of them are part-time.
Okay, that's excellent.
Yeah.
It's so great that it's a family-run business too.
Yeah.
But is that kind of hard sometimes to work with?
My brother, it's a little difficult, but we make it happen.
Right.
We make it work.
Apparently, that's excellent. So kind of walk me through your current payroll process.
Yeah, so right now we're using QuickBooks.
Okay.
They have the accounting and then that extra package, do payroll or whatever. So my brother, he is really in charge of that. He does it every period. It takes him a little while though. It takes about 2 days. I'd say to make sure it's all together.
And you do your payroll bi-weekly?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so he takes pretty much 4 days out of the entire month dedicated to payroll.
Yeah.
Wow, that's quite a bit of time. Now, what do you like about that system?
I mean, I'm not really the one using it, but it's we know the taxes are right. We know we're getting the right, numbers and everything. So I don't worry about that.
Okay, so you're not having problems with deductions or anything like that.
No.
Okay, that's
so
good.
I feel confident with that. Just kind of time is the issue.
The time part is a big problem for you.
Yeah.
So apart from time, are there any other problems that you're currently having with your current payroll system?
No, with the current payroll, I really just say it's scaling this. It's not going to work.
Right.
I don't think that's
Right.
yeah.
Especially right now you have 3 locations.
Yeah,
I
and
think
it's
Ally
getting
told
more
me.
and more work for him.
Okay,
So if we
so-
bring on more, then that's
Exactly. Especially if you're gonna have more franchises. I can't imagine if it's 2 days now. What is it gonna be in the future? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I don't even want to. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
All right. Yeah. Perfect. Now, as far as human resource management goes, how are your employees currently clocking in?
Well, they just every employee has a number and they just punch in
Okay.
when they get to the store. And that's really how we
Okay.
schedule the times and then. Yeah.
What problems have you had with that?
Well, I haven't caught anyone, but supposedly people are checking in for others.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if they're late, they'll text each
Okay.
other.
So
and,
there
you know,
might
they're all
be some
friends
time
now.
theft in there.
Yeah, time theft,
Okay.
exactly.
How is that gonna affect your business long term, you think?
Yeah, long term, trust and I mean, I'm assuming I'm losing money right now. It's not a big issue, I
Absolutely.
guess. But
Right.
eventually, if they
Right.
think, I could be walked all over, I don't want that.
Of course, that might change the culture, but
Yeah.
ultimately, long term, that could affect your financial and profits, pretty much.
Yeah,
And we wanna prevent that. So right now, you're not having any big issues, but you do wanna prevent.
Yeah,
Time theft,
definitely.
okay.
Definitely.
Great. So the clocking in and clocking out, that's kind of an issue right now. What other issues are you currently experiencing as far as human resource management or the payroll side?
Yeah, the whole HR side. This is why I have Frank, my guru.
Okay.
He couldn't believe that I didn't have kind of a job description,
Oh, okay.
or I know I need to have certain hiring practices.
Okay, so right now you have nothing.
No, and for franchising, I think that's pretty important.
Right,
I just
absolutely.
want it like a turnkey. They don't have to worry about that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't have any of
Yeah, just kind of thinking long term, if you were to continue not having something like that, like certain policies and procedures, do you think that would change the culture of each location or
that. Yeah.
standards even?
Yeah, definitely. I
Okay.
can see it, one manager lets things go, so that
Okay.
can be a potential big issue.
Okay, so having some type of employee handbook would be
Yes.
beneficial for you all?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You guys do that?
We do.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that. Okay, so we talked about how you are currently, Frank is currently spending a lot of time on the current payroll processing system. You mentioned that there could be potential threats of time theft, which is ultimately going to affect your business, both in profits as well as the culture-wise. You don't want your employees to walk over you.
Yeah.
And then you also mentioned that you right now don't have an employee handbook and you would like to implement one. Apart from all those things, are there any other issues you'd like to express to me?
I'd say that's pretty much it. yeah.
Excellent. Okay. So if ADP was able to provide you solutions to all these different issues that you're currently having and really enhance how you're running your business, would that be something that you'd be interested in hearing more about?
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear. Well, I do want to tell you a little bit more about ADP since this could potentially be a company that you do business with.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you're looking for a company that is incredibly trustworthy and reliable. We've been around for about over 60 years now, and we are the largest payroll provider in the country. And we're going to provide you solutions from payroll all the way to human resource management. So what we want to do is we want to get you back to focusing on your business and focusing on using your employees, which are your best assets. Okay? So that's our goal. All right? So to kind of start out, I want to talk about the time and attendance. So you mentioned that right now that could be an issue in the future.
Yeah.
We have a couple of different options as far as timekeeping goes. So right now you said that they have like a code that they enter in the computer.
Yes.
Okay.
Code.
That's currently working out well, but in the future it could potentially create
Yeah.
problems. So what I would recommend is either looking at the badge card or a biometric clock. Okay. Badge card is going to require them to have a badge that they're going to swipe in and out. And the biometric clock is going to be a fingerprint scanner.
Oh, okay.
So that one obviously is going to require the person to be present
Yeah.
to be able to use that.
Good.
Do you think that that would reduce the amount of time theft that you'll have?
Yeah, definitely. I think that could be the answer potentially.
Perfect. Great. So with the biometric clock, the perfect thing about our system is that it's fully integrated. Okay. So what that means is once they clock in, that time is actually going to go to another portal, which you'll have access to as a manager to see. So you'll be able to keep track of if your employees are on time, if they haven't clocked in, if they did a mispunch form,
Okay.
all of that sort. Okay. Do you have any questions so far?
No.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna walk you through how payroll actually works, okay? So this is our payroll run app by ADP. This is an incredible app. As you see here, I have it on my iPad.
Wow.
You can put it on your phone. You can have it on any sort of tablet.
Okay.
So what does that tell you?
Well, yeah, I can do it anywhere.
You can do it anywhere, right? It's
Yeah.
incredibly mobile. So as you're a growing franchise and you need to go to multiple locations, you can essentially do your payroll anywhere.
Okay.
Okay? So what's really cool is this gives you a tip of the week. So any, tips that they provide to help you run your business better, that's a really great resource. But we have 6 different portals here. The first one is payroll. Then we have an employee database. So you mentioned you have 60 employees. Does it get kind of hard to track all those?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, right? And you probably have files stored somewhere of all their
Yeah.
information. So can you imagine having all of your employees in a list with their birthdays, all their credentials and everything like that?
Wow, okay.
That'd be pretty great, right?
Yeah. And is this on the cloud because it's between a bunch of different apps and?
Would that be important to you?
Well, yeah, I just worry because the cloud, I don't know,
Okay.
all these hackers and stuff.
Okay, so what is it about the cloud that concerns you?
Well, I mean, there's gonna be like security, social security numbers on
Okay,
there, right?
okay.
And,
So you're more worried about the security aspect of the cloud?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, to answer your question, it is on the cloud, so it is a benefit to be able to access it anywhere, but I can understand your fear of it being
Yeah.
accessed by anyone. The best part about ADP is that it is certified as being one of the most, secure platforms, and we're actually secured by, the code is C100,000, okay? So this actually shows you our certificate of security.
Okay.
So does that kind of clear that up for you?
Yeah. So if hackers come get my money, will you guys back me up, or
Absolutely.
am I liable, or? Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. It's good to know.
Not that it has ever happened in our system, but if that was the case, we would be fully reliable for any losses that you would have. That
Okay.
clears that up for
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Excellent. So this is our reports tab that goes into different summaries or different payroll reports. So if you ever have to access like a couple months ago, you don't have to flip through your files. You're gonna have it right there on your phone.
Nice.
Okay. What I want to focus on is the doc vault, because you mentioned that you don't have an employee handbook, correct? The doc vault is an amazing option. It's going to give you all the different, I'm sorry, not the doc vault, I'm getting them confused. The HR checkup is going to provide you a whole different list of HR related management things.
Okay.
So for instance, HR compliance, it's going to help you set policies and procedures for how your employees should act in the company. But look at this, you can even determine their employee benefits. So all the changes in the HIPAA laws, all the changes in COBRA laws, it's kind of hard for a busy business owner to keep up with that. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be great to have all of this at the touch of a button?
Yeah. Wow.
So if you were to have a system like this, do you feel like that would provide you the employee handbook that you would need?
And the employees can see it too?
Absolutely. So we'll help you create this and print it out for all of your employees.
Yeah, that'd be very good.
Great.
Yeah, I'd be very interested.
Now let's focus on payroll. So this is how the payroll system works. I want you to actually do this so you can see how simple and easy it is.
Okay.
It's going to take you seconds. So what you're going to do is click on the past due button.
Here.
Yeah, right there. Perfect. So this is going to bring up all your different employees, okay? And it's going to, so we're going to click on the check date, period start, resume. So this shows all your different employees. Of course, this is just an example. So you're going to click on the first one. Here you can put in what their hourly rate is, if their salary, if they want direct deposit.
Nice.
So it really helps organize them, and this is going to happen every single payroll process automatically.
Okay, wow, direct deposit right from it. Okay.
Exactly. Do you have direct deposit right now?
Nope.
Okay, so that might add to the
that'd be good.
2-day process,
Yeah.
right? Go ahead and click preview, and then calculate.
Okay.
Go ahead. And so you're going to do that for every single one of your employees. Finally, it's going to show you exactly what your gross pay is for all of your employees. It's going to also show you what deductions are going to come out. But ultimately, it's going to show you exactly how much you need to have in your account to be able to pay for your employees, okay? Go ahead and hit approve. Approve payroll. And you're all done.
Wow, okay.
Now, how long do you think that took?
Well, he'll have much more time to spend at the bar now.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, that's a good thing. So, I mean, compared to 2 days, would you agree that this is a much better solution?
Yes.
I would
Much more
agree.
simple,
I would agree. So we talked about how this is going to ultimately save you so much time. I mean, that took literally maybe a minute and versus 2 days. So that's so much time that you all can spend, improving your business, making it grow, and ultimately be the #1 gelato shop in Atlanta.
My only worry is how easy is this to set up? If I have another franchise open, is it, it's do all these codes and things to get it set up, or what's that process like?
Okay, so you're wondering about training and how it is we're going to help you with setting it up?
opening in the
Okay.
future,
Absolutely, that's a wonderful concern. Like you see, it is an easy, process. But as far as setting up, we're going to help you go through a complete training process that you can either have tutorial videos or we can have a person show you exactly how to do it. And that will be implemented for all your locations as well.
And that just takes, what, a few days? Or?
No, I would say it takes about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Does that clear that up for you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. So we talked about how this is going to save you time. We talked about the badge and the biometric clock, which is going to reduce that time theft. And we also covered the employee handbook. How now with our system, you're actually going to have a specific policies and procedures for your employees, so they know exactly what it is you're expecting. So as far as that goes, let's talk about price. Okay? How does that sound?
Good.
Okay. Let me get out my calculator. So you have about 51 plus employees. So per pay period, it's going to be $78.95. Okay. So you said that you do it bi-weekly, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now down here, we mentioned that you preferred the biometric clock.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah,
It's going to
like that
reduce
one,
that
yeah.
time theft. Okay. So the biometric clock is actually going to be $125 per month. Okay. So your monthly expense for the payroll is only going to be $282. Okay. So that's an incredible amount. Now the implementation cost is going to be $150 one time,
Okay.
as well as $200. Okay.
Okay.
So how does that sound?
Yeah, I mean, money wise, and that's per location.
That's per location.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Excellent. Well, let's sign you up for payroll.
All right. I can't sign anything though without Frank. He's really, who needs to be here. However, this is really good to learn all this and know what you guys provide.
Okay. Well, how about we do this? Why don't you give Frank a call right now, and you can kind of talk him through what it is we talked about, and if he has any questions, I can be right here to answer those.
He's not.
He's not available at all.
There was a gelato crisis.
That's
basically.
right.
So he's handling that. I don't want to distract him. Just right now. So.
Perfect. Well, why don't we'll set up a meeting for tomorrow. Is he available?
Okay. How's like next Wednesday? I guess.
Next Wednesday would work out perfectly.
Okay.
What time would be best for you?
I guess 10.
10 o'clock? Okay, perfect. Let's do that. 10 o'clock next Wednesday.
Okay.
Do you have any questions before we head out?
No, this was great. Thanks so much.
Great, excellent. It was such a pleasure to meet with you. Thank you so much.
You too. Good job.
Thank you.
I will walk out with